Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a townhouse. This townhouse has 3 floors, is easily repeatable, looks awesome in a variety of different materials, and is incredibly simple to build. We have 3 floors, the first of which is a living room. We then move up to the kitchen dining area. And finally, we have a bedroom/bathroom. Watch until the very end of the video to see what massive impact this one build has on our city. It may surprise you what difference this one build makes. This is the amount of space required to make the townhouse. Here are all of the materials that we will use throughout the build. Begin by placing 4 light grey concrete on the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4. Extend forwards by 1. Dig to the right in the ground by 1 and replace that block with a spruce plank. Then place a spruce door on top of that with a light grey concrete to the right of the door. We then want to extend up by 3. 1, 2, 3. Extend left by 2. 1, 2. Extend all the way down. Place a black stained glass above our door. We then want to extend this row of light grey concrete to the left to match the light grey concrete row that we have down below. We then want to place a black stained glass block on top of this center light grey concrete here. Surround the glass with light grey concrete and extend up and connect to the top of the frame of the townhouse, like this. We then want to place a row of polished blackstone slabs across the top of the front of the townhouse, like this. We are then going to place a sign, specifically a spruce hanging sign, from the right of this glass above the door, and we are just going to number this with whatever townhouse this may be. I'm going to have a bunch of these, so this is going to be number 1, and I'm going to hang a lantern from the sign as well, and left of the door a spruce button. Next, we want to add an additional row of light grey concrete across the top of the back of the townhouse, like this. Then starting from the left hand side, we want to place a light grey concrete, and extending right a black stained glass, 2 light grey concrete, black stained glass, and then a light grey concrete. We then want to place 3 entire rows of light grey concrete. 1, 2, 3. And then from the left side, once again a light grey concrete, black stained glass, 2 light grey concrete, black stained glass, light grey concrete, and finally add 2 rows of light grey concrete directly on top of our townhouse to give us this. On the right side of our build, we want to begin by extending this light grey concrete to the right, aka backwards, by 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We then want to extend up every single one of these light grey concretes until they are equal in height to the front of the townhouse. On the back of the townhouse, first of all, we want to extend the bottom across to line up with the front of the build. But then, on the left side here, we want to place a black stained glass block, and on top of it, 3 light grey concrete, 1, 2, 3, glass block, 3 light grey concrete, 1, 2, 3, glass block, and then 2 light grey concrete to extend to the top. We then simply want to fill the rest of this wall in using light grey concrete until it equals the height of the surrounding walls. On the left side of our townhouse, we simply want to join the front and the back of the build together using light grey concrete until everything is the same height. Next, we are going to remove the inside floor of the townhouse and replace the grass block with spruce planks. Next, we want to make all of the staircases for the floors before we actually add the floors in themselves. So the way that we do this is on every single floor we come all the way to the front right hand corner of the floor, and directly in front of us we place a stair block, a spruce stair. We then extend the stairs upwards until we are one row away from this wall, and then we join the wall with a spruce plank. What we are then able to do is fill the rest of this floor in using spruce planks just like this, leaving enough room so that we are able to climb up and down to the next and previous levels. And of course, once we've done this once, we can repeat this again by coming to the corner, placing a series of stairs extending all the way up until we reach the equivalent point for the next floor. Then we can add an additional spruce plank here and then fill the rest of the floor in. Once again, making sure that we are able to navigate up and down onto the next and the previous levels. Finally, I am going to fill the roof of the townhouse in using polished blackstone slabs, half a row below the top of the actual light grey concrete roofline, like this. Next, we want to replace the 3 blocks in front of this window with podzol, and then place an azalea on the left and right side. Then, last but not least, final finishing touch for the outside, we are going to replace the rest of the grid with smooth stone. And there we have a pavement. With the entire outside of our townhouse complete, we can now head inside and work on each one of the 3 floors. First of all, we are going to place a sofa in the back right hand corner of the build, so 2 smooth quartz stairs extending forwards towards the front of the build here, with 2 light grey concrete extending underneath the stairs. Opposite the sofa on this wall, 2 note blocks, with 2 light grey concrete on top, and in front of these place a painting. To the left of this, we are going to stack a mixture of bookshelves and chiselled bookshelves in a 2x2 block area. Left of this, an armour stand, which we will then add a leather hat and tunic to. Left of this, a chest with a trip wire hook above. We then want to add some red carpet just in front of our sofa and little miniature table slash... This isn't really anything, maybe we can place something better here. So I'm thinking maybe a lectern. This could be interpreted as many different things, maybe even like a pull-out table or something like that. A scaffolding would work nicely as well. Yeah, I'd say that a scaffolding's more appropriate. Anyway, a lantern on this table, and this is pretty much the entire downstairs. Moving on up. Place a light grey concrete in the corner of the build here, and next to this, 2 blocks of iron stacked on top of each other. Stone buttons in front of the iron with a flower pot on top. A brewing stand on top of the light grey concrete, and extending right of the light grey concrete, a cauldron with a tripwire hook above it. Right of it, a furnace with a detector rail on top of it. Right of this, a light grey concrete with an item frame on top. Right of that, a crafting table. Spruce trapdoor above it. Smithing table above that. Right of this, a decorated pot with a flower pot inside of it, and then a fern inside of that. Add a painting behind this. I'm specifically looking for Pinocchio. Then an end rod in front of this light grey concrete here with a light grey carpet on top of it. Place 2 smooth quartz stairs extending left of the smithing table here, and red carpet extending in front of all of this like so. Maybe we could even shorten it on both sides like this. I think that looks a little bit better. That would be our kitchen complete, which of course means it's time to move up to the final floor and make the bedroom slash bathroom. First of all, we have to place a separating wall between the staircase and the rest of the floor. So leaving a gap or 2 from this wall, this is perfect. Add a bed here in the corner, And then against this wall, an upside down smooth quartz stair with an oak trapdoor on top. That is a toilet. Right of this, a cauldron with a tripwire hook above it. This is a sink. Right of this, a row of light blue stained glass pane that extends all the way up to the ceiling and then extends to the right by one. Heavy weighted pressure plate in the corner here. Lever, tripwire hook above it, and here we have a shower. So pretty much everything that we could possibly need. Oh, and also, just on top of this spruce plank here, we are going to place a decorated pot, flower pot inside with a fern inside of that. Maybe a painting above the bed as well, just so that we have a little bit of colour in here. With that final floor finished, we have officially completed the tutorial. However, this video is not over. We must now take our townhouse and add it into our city. Before we move the townhouse into Mini City, we first of all have to restructure the city itself. Once again, we have to change the main high street. First of all, we're going to move the arcade into the fun zone of Mini City, right next to our burger stand. I think it's better suited there anyway. We are also going to move the grocery store onto our new street in front of our modern suburb, and we will join this street into the suburbs as well. Shortening the high street allows us to make a right-angled road that will connect to Fast Food Avenue. However, we do have to remove some builds from it first. We are going to use Taco Bell, Starbucks, KFC, and 7-Eleven on one side of our brand new road, and on the opposite side we can stack a bunch of our new townhouses, all of which are placed next to each other, staggered, and we have also changed the colour of some of the townhouses as well. You can actually make these any colour that you want and they will still look good, but grey, white and black all work really nicely and they look very modern. It's kind of crazy to think that one little townhouse has actually changed the structure of the city significantly. I'm very happy with how we have developed this, and it actually gives us plenty of room to add some more things, and we're better suited for more builds in the future now as well. And that's it. I do hope that you have enjoyed this tutorial. Please do remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you are looking for more builds to add to your city, look no further than the Mini City Builds playlist. Over 50 videos strong as of recording this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.